Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel again. There's something that we have recently thought of coming up with. We are starting with movie reviews. Uh, Today will be our first movie review, which is on JagameThandhiram, a Tamil movie starring Dhanush, Aishwarya Lekshmi, and directed by KarthikSubbaraj. KarthikSubbaraj is someone who I've always liked, who's coming off movies like Pizza, Jigar Thanda. Jigar Thanda is one of my favorite movies, all-time favorites, I can say. And Dhanush is someone, who's got that cream of script. He's one of those actors who has taken those risks, and those risks have always paid him off. And so after Karnan, so we have Dhanush back with JagameThandhiram. It's written and directed by KarthikSubbaraj, and it's produced by YNOT Studios. And it's available on Netflix, and I watched it on Netflix today. So the story of JagameThandhiram revolves around Dhanush, who's playing this character called Surali, who is gangster by the day, and he runs a restaurant, and its signature dish is kuttu parota. So Surali gets hired by Peter, played by James Cosmo, to tackle or to kill Shivadas, who's another gangster, who's an Indian gangster in London, who's making Peter's life miserable and his business miserable. So, Dhanush reaches London, and what happens next? Will he be able to kill Shivadas? Will he stay true to Peter? What happens later? And there is also a Sri Lankan immigration twist in the movie, and a lot of things. So, in London, there are Italian gangsters, there are French gangsters, maybe there are Spanish, there are Germans, there are so many. So, leaving all of them aside, James Cosmo chooses to hire Dhanush to tackle another Indian Shivadas. So that entire part did not work well for me. Overall, the first half, though they've taken a lot of space to build the characters, and it's kind of good, it's kind of bad. Somehow it did not work well for me. But for the second half was pretty fast, and I liked the second part because the story digs deep in, and the second half is where the Sri Lankan immigration thing would be revealed, and it makes much more sense in totality. And second half is pretty good, and I would like to also talk about the climax. In the entire movie, I did not feel like I was watching a gangster movie because it just didn't have that authenticity of gangster movie, wherein KarthikSubbaraj has given a wonderful gangster movie, which is Jigar Thanda. So watching that movie and watching it here, it just doesn't have that substance. So, but the climax scene where KarthikSubbaraj comes into his element, and I can say that that one scene, it just gives he has just given everything, and I think so that's what the entire movie lacked. Is just given it in the climax scene with the background music and with the guns blazing. I think so that's what the entire movie should have been. And I mean, I'm not saying entirely the same. That authenticity, that that kind of substance should have been there throughout the movie. So that's about the story. Now talking about Dhanush has done, I would say, it's a fair job given the kind of the story it was. I think so it's okay. Aishwarya Lekshmi, I'm watching her for the first time, but she has done a very good job, especially the emotional scene. She has done a very good job, and the guy James Cosmo, he has done a very good job too. and the other guy who's playing Shivadas character, he's good as well. So overall, in terms of direction, KarthikSubbaraj's direction, it's okay. It might not be fair because I had the expectation of something similar to Jigarthanda. It's not. It's nowhere close, but it's okay. A little disappointed, but I hope his next movie would be bigger and better. So guys, here was my take on JagameThandhiram. Hope you guys liked it. If there is anything that you guys would like me to take note of, any feedback, anything that you have, please do drop in your comments. Please do share, like and subscribe this channel so that we can come up with more reviews and more things that can hook you up on this channel more and more. Thank you so much.